concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Michigan's offense, they take control of the football first. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State. The Wolverines applied a little extra sting, winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just let...
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop at a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
He put that one in harm's way, and it's swatted down.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So Michigan State's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the 2nd level of this defense, make...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. He'll field the punt and take it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Heaves it on the run. It's caught. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Underwood spits it out to the back. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits zero. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Working the middle, it's complete. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. The run inside, it's Edwards. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just...
Here's a little room there. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Lost a throw on first down. Complete.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The short hands, it's McCray. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This This kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Dropping back, it's Underwood. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And the full dive and grab down the left side. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Spartans head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
All right, Holly. At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going.
There he goes to the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Michigan State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And the defenses have dominated this football game until now. Finally, the big explosive play comes, and it comes through the running back. Nice job blocking up front. He finally got a hole, Palmer, that he could run through, and he does the rest.
Yeah, the defense have been playing so well up to that point, but not everybody in their gap, not everybody taking the right angles, and he was able to take advantage of it. It's been a rare mental breakdown for this defense, and now next time they take the field, they got to lock back in, because obviously this game is still close.
Making side adjustments here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Underwood. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it. It's Marshall. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Makes the grab. Trying to get it in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And as they come to the line of scrimmage here, you can take the lead with a field goal, but a touchdown, Michigan! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Looking for space, it's Edwards. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The play action fake. Fires on the move. Finds his man. It's Moore. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They'll have a first down here. A Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Got a man. Makes the catch, and he's free. Continues to fight for yards. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Right back to the well. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. A long way to go for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look at it.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up.
Could be an alley. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The RPO, it's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Holly, what update do you have for it?
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, things are starting to get pretty emotional. As you know, this head coach coaching for his home team, his first game as the head guy, and this will mean so much to him. His offense, though, just has to finish it off with a big lead in the 4th. Can they get the first home win ever for this coach who's given so much of his heart and soul to this program? Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Moving past the 25. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays effect. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's the best formation you practice every single week, because you know the ball game is over. We just did enough to get it done. Just watch it tick down to 0 and enjoy the game.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
This has been a presentation of